What is up, YouTube? It's Quentin here, and welcome back to tutorial number 4 in my HTML and CSS series. And in this video, I'm just going to show you guys how to bold and italicize text, and I'm also going to show you guys what the horizontal rule is, and if there's time, I'm going to show you guys what comments are and how to use them. But if we take a look at our HTML here, you can see that we're starting off with a blank body. I cleared everything out of there, and that's just because we didn't need to use any of the previous code, but it's also because I prepared 3 paragraphs beforehand, and I'm just going to paste them in now. So if you take a look at that, that's just 3 plain old paragraphs, just the P tag. So you guys should know how to make a paragraph if you watched the previous tutorial. And yeah, that's it. So let me just take a look at this in Firefox just to show you guys. So there you have just 3 plain old paragraphs. But as you can see in the second paragraph, we say this text will be bold, and it isn't bold. So let's go ahead and make that bold. And to do that, obviously we have to use a tag. But it's not what you guys might be thinking. You can't just come in here and write a tag that says bold, because as you can see, it hasn't turned blue, and that means it's not going to work. Because in HTML, whoever wrote HTML or made HTML decided that you have to use the word strong. So there we go. You use a strong tag to bold your text, and let me just go ahead all the way to the end here for now, and then /strong. Cool. So let's save that and then go back to Firefox and click refresh, and as you can see, we get 1 bold paragraph. But as you can see in the second part of my paragraph here, it says, and this text won't be bolded, and that's because you don't have to have all of the text in the tag. You can just choose the specific words that you want to be bolded and surround them in the bold tag, and you get bolded text just like that. So let me go ahead and refresh, and there you go, you have just 1/2 of the paragraph bolded. So that's pretty cool and pretty easy. I mean, you guys should know how to do that. And so the next thing I want to do is italicize this next paragraph, and it's going to be just as easy as that. So we just have to learn what the new tag is, and to italicize text in HTML, they decided that you should use a tag called the emphasis tag, but you actually just say EM for emphasis, and then wherever you want your italics to end, then you just /EM, and now you'll see this text will be italics is now going to be italicized. So let me go ahead and refresh that, and look at that. I wasn't lying to you guys. We have italicized text. So that was pretty easy. Yeah. Now we can go on to the next part of the tutorial. How easy was that? Jeez. And the next thing I said I was going to show you guys was how to make a horizontal rule. And if you guys don't know what a horizontal rule is, then it's just a straight line that goes all the way across your page, kind of like if you were ever working in preschool or primary school, and they always told you to rule off after your work and then start your new work below that ruled off line. That is what a horizontal rule is. So to make a horizontal rule, you just open up your tag, and then the keyword is HR, and it's a single tag, so you don't need to add in another tag anywhere else, which means you put the / after the keyword like that. And when you click save and go back to Firefox, you see we get this nice little line over here. And if we go ahead and copy that to the next space that we have here, we now have divided up all of our paragraphs. So as you can see, we've divided all of our paragraphs up with these 2 lines. So that's quite useful if you ever writing a blog perhaps, and you wanted to separate all your blog entries with a line. that's how you would do that. Pretty easy. So yeah, we've actually got tons of time left, and we can go on to comments. So let me just do this here quickly. Okay, and if you guys don't know what comments are, then they're actually like these little notes that you can leave to yourself. If you guys have ever done any other programming languages before, then you'll see like your comments never show up on your whatever you're programming, but they're just there to help you or help anyone else that might be looking at your code just to see where or what you made certain things for. Okay, so how do I explain? Let me just make an example here where I say this page was written by Quentin Watt. Okay, so you know, if you just make normal text like that and save it, it's gonna show up in the browser and it says this page was written by Quentin Watt. But you actually didn't want that you wanted to comment that out. You didn't want it to show up in the browser. So to make a comment, you go smaller than, and then exclamation mark, minus, minus. And as you can see, everything over here turned green, and that means that it's a comment. So just to end our comment off in the correct place, we go minus, minus, greater than sign. And now you can see all of this has come back to normal, and we just have green text over here, which says this page was written by Quentin Watt. And if you save that and take a look at that in your browser, this page was written by Quentin Watt does not show up anymore. So as you can see, a comment might just help you just explain to other people that might be looking at your code why you use it, or why you use that certain code that way, or just to leave a note, like because now people know that you are in fact the person that wrote this web page. And as you can see, the comment doesn't show up in the browser, but everyone that might be reading your source code can see that you wrote that page. Just also, guys, be careful whenever leaving a comment. If I right click in my browser and click inspect element, I can open this up and I can still read your comment here. So if you guys have like any secret information that you put in a comment and that you don't want anyone to see, just remember not to publish that online. But for this example, where you have this page was written by Quentin Watt, if you're a freelancer, you might want to include that in every single web page that you ever write, just so that you can prove to people that you wrote it, which is pretty cool. Or like bring business into your self, I guess. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys in this tutorial. So I'll catch you guys in the next tutorial, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, or share my videos.